Hi everyone, this is Tim from TopHatAndEars Food Review. Today I'm going to do something a little different, something a friend of mine asked me to do. They wanted to know what a review would be the next day. Meaning, how would leftovers be from a restaurant? Now I know I didn't do a normal one of this, but this is what I have left of the leftovers. If you have a SALTGRASS Steakhouse at your local area, that's the bag from it, and this is the food, what I have left of it. I have some grilled shrimp with some mashed potatoes, and what's left of a 6-inch top sirloin. And they were asked me if I want some extra to bring home. I told them I was going to be reviewing this. Some Caesar dressing, and an extra Caesar salad. So, before I start eating this food and rating it as a leftover rating, I'm going to let you know, number one, the food was amazing when I first started eating it. It was great, nice, flavorful, good to eat. I definitely give this an 8.5, straight up right now, in the restaurant itself. How is it leftovers? Is it still at 8.5? Is it worse? Is it better? That's what we're here today to find out. Now, that being said, I'm going to say something that a lot of people might say is very sacrilege, or sacrilege, whatever that word is, when it comes to steak. I hate medium rare steaks. Leave the comments below. Go right ahead. Trash me if you want. I don't like medium rare steaks. That being said, talk about comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment on what you thought about today's video, about my comment not liking medium rare steaks, and what you think we'll be doing reviews of leftover videos. After you subscribe and do that, hit that bell notification so you can be notified of all future videos. And leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on your preference of this video. So let's get into the food. So, personally, when I eat my steaks, I like it at least close to medium well. What does that mean? Next to no pink. Gordon Ramsay would look at me like I'm crazy. My family look like I'm crazy because it's all medium rare for them. My sister says the way I like my meat is, well, you're wasting a good piece of meat on somebody like me, because people who like it medium well, or well, like I prefer it, she calls it shoe leather. It's not that juicy for her, but they got natural juices already in there from the meat, so just to show you. Hey, hold on. And what juice is getting on my computer. You see the cut of meat right there? That's kind of how I like it. Not much pink, next to no pink in the meat. We also like the meat that way. Give it a thumbs up and support with team medium well or team well. If you're team medium rare, or black and blue, or raw, tartare, go right ahead. But this first bite of steak, I mean, first of all, it's steak. I mean, come on. Sorry to offend any of y'all vegans or vegetarians that may be watching today's video. But, that being said, take around with a nice good piece of steak. Whether you like your steak as medium rare or any way that you like it yourself, that's fully on you. This is just how I like it. So, you don't think I'm crazy for liking it medium well and not medium rare? Leave that comment below. But, that being said, I am literally in pure meat heaven right now. That's how good this is. It was great in the restaurant. The atmosphere a little lacking because of COVID and separation, so not many people were in the restaurant like I prefer. Again, that's how I like my steak. for me, this is perfect. Got the juices, the bottom flowing in. This might be the first meal that I actually finished on stream with y'all. Because there only was like 4 or 5 ounces left of a 6-ounce sirloin. Filled up on the bread in the store. The bread there is great. Though I never use their butter because the butter with the bread might be a honey cinnamon butter. I'm not sure, but don't quote me on that. But I like the bread by itself. I can make a good steak sandwich with this. This is great. I have not had a restaurant steak this well cooked and well tasting, especially as leftovers, in a very long time. Like before COVID started. I had juice fall on the table. It's a clean table, don't worry. I couldn't let it sit there. I had to get that too. Alright. I'm gonna rate each item individually, then I'm gonna rate it all together. Like I said before, together the whole meal was an 8.5. Straight up at the restaurant, before it became leftovers. Now it's leftovers. And that's why the thumbnail looks like the thumbnail looks. Not that it's an incomplete or small portion, it's what I had left over. Okay, the steak itself. Sorry, I got something in my teeth. Steak in there. Nice, flavorful for me. Juicy. Medium well, just like I like it. Closer to the well done side. Perfect, just as I prefer it. Like I said, y'all may not prefer it that way. But that being said, that's something gonna be good in any temperature that you get it at. And the way they cook it, the way they flavor it. I'm gonna have to give this steak, just the steak by itself, a 9.5, even as a leftover. That's how good that was to me. Now, that being said, we also have some grilled shrimp as well. I made it after cooking it, or reheating it in the microwave. Yes, that's how this food was reheated in the microwave. Sacrilege, I know. The shrimp kind of fell apart. So the shrimp isn't as good as it was beforehand. It's still flavorful, but it's falling apart, breaking into pieces a whole lot easier. And don't prefer the grilled shrimp that way. When grilled shrimp's great by itself. Microwave shrimp, not horrible, just not the same and not as good. Well, actually, in a heartbeat, it still got flavor in it. It's just not as good as the straight up shrimp as they were in the store. You know, you can call it fresh off the grill. Alright, the shrimp. Just the shrimp itself, I really liked it and I wanted more when I ate it at the restaurant. It was definitely key into getting that full 8.5 full meal rating. It is not a 9.5 like the steak. I'm gonna have to give the shrimp reheated as a leftover item the next day as a 4. It's not that it's not flavorful. It is very flavorful. But it's breaking apart. It's, in a good word, I just thought of mushy. And last I checked, mushy shrimp just isn't as good as straight off the grill. So that being said, I'm gonna try the mashed potatoes. It was supposed to be loaded. There ain't much left of it. Maybe a few bites left. And we'll see how that goes. Like I said, only had a few bites left of the potatoes. That's why it looks so small in the thumbnail. Alright, cleaned my plate for the first part, as y'all can see right there. The potatoes, a little lackluster as well. But even though they were lackluster after being microwaved again, and being leftovers from the night before, I will have to say that the, what do you call it? The mashed potatoes, loaded mashed potatoes, I give it maybe a 5.5. They were decent, they were good. Would I give them again as a leftover item? Maybe not, but if they were there and there was a leftover, I'd eat them, I'd try them. They were decent for what they were. Unfortunately, with all the flavors they got through the microwave, and it got some of that shrimp taste into it, so it kind of threw it off a little bit. So extra garlicky flavor, a little bit too much for me. But when I ate it at the restaurant, it was an own individual flavor. That was good. It was in the upper range, close to where the whole meal was by itself. But reheated, it's just an over pungent of flavor, like a garlicky, almost like a sour kind of flavor to it. But I wouldn't eat it left over. So I give it a 5 mediocre, meaning that would I run for it? No. Would I get it if there was the only thing available at the house to eat and I was being offered it? Yes, no problem. Because it's something to eat. You can't, argue about something to eat. Now, being said, we're going to move the knife over and we're going to try the salad and the dressing, both individually, and then we're going to try it together. Now, these croutons here are homemade croutons. They take their time. They cut up bread, they toast them, and they make their own croutons. Being left over, it's not crunchy like a crouton is, it's soft. But that being said, you can still taste the flavor of all the crouton as it normally was. The salad dressing, the Caesar dressing, which is a new fresh cup of it, he's like generic, run-of-the-mill Caesar salad dressing, which I like. That's what I eat by itself, but the lettuce, I'm a regular lettuce like you get on a burger. Let's add the Caesar dressing to it. What we have. I wish I had a little more Caesar dressing. So I could have tried some and add a bunch of salad, but that being said, it might be the highlight of you all vegan and vegetarian people. Right in the salad from SALTGRASS Steak House. Dressing's good. Salad's good. Croutons are excellent. Basic salad green you get just about anywhere. Because of that, I'm gonna rate the salad itself with the dressing and the croutons, all three of them combined, a 6.25. So, if I remember correctly, correct me in the comments, we have a 6.25 on the salad, about a 5 on the mashed potatoes, a 4 to 4.5 on the shrimp, and a 9.5 on that leftover steak. Oh, let's add those numbers up and get an average. So 6.25 plus 4.5 is 10.5. I'm sorry, 1.5 is 10.75. 10.75 plus 9.5 is 20.25. 20.25 plus 5 is 25.25. Divide that by 4. It'll give you 6, 3, 1. So let's round it up. So, SALTGRASS Steak House, everything together, like I said, was an 8.5 when I first got it from the store. Ate it there. Have it at the house as leftovers, reheated in a microwave. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 total for the whole entire meal. Roughly rates to what the salad is. It was just a lackluster appeal of the shrimp that became mushy after reheating in leftovers. I got flavor from the shrimp and the seasoning of the shrimp going into the mashed potato that's kind of sour in it after it all melded together and the juices combined after microwaving it. That the mashed potatoes like kind of feeling. With that being said, definitely a 6.5 rating overall. For a leftover, what's left of now a 6-ounce top sirloin, cooked medium well to almost well, with some extra shrimp that became mushy after microwaving it. Mashed potatoes that the flavor kind of soured after it was microwaved and the juices from the shrimp hit it, and the salad. This is from SALTGRASS Steak House. With that being said, don't let this knock you. If you ever get a chance to find a local SALTGRASS Steak House and you want to go inside an actual store and have some SALTGRASS Steakhouse, go to the restaurant, eat it. It's an 8.5, you know, for me. I mean, that's 2 points higher, I mean, for all of this combined. The steak was a 9.5 both ways, whether it's leftover or it's at the store. So, the steak's the highlight of the whole meal. So, if you like your steak, find a local SALTGRASS Steakhouse. Go have some steak. It doesn't matter what you order. You will enjoy it. Now, that being said, in a future video, I'll be doing one of two things. In the first video, I actually have an 8-ounce top sirloin that I'm going to try to see if there's anything different with it. I have a loaded baked potato with it, and see how that tastes. I'm going to be doing another video shortly after that where I try SALTGRASS Steakhouse potato soup and see how that tastes. And then, the kicker, I'm going to be doing a video where, as somebody asked me, I'm going to be reviewing a home-cooked meal. Last I was at my parents' house, my dad's, with my sister. We had some breaded chicken cutlets and some spaghetti with red sauce, spaghetti sauce. So I'm going to rate that for y'all in a future video. So, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you like what you saw, please be sure to leave a comment below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, so that you can be notified of all future videos. And leave this a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on how you felt. Again, this is Tim from TopHatAndEars. And I'm hoping that each and every one of y'all are having a safe, great, wonderful, magical, blessed, and COVID-free day. And I will see each and every one of you on a future video. Bye!